Garwood from Banana Moon Studio. Today I am going to be reviewing a yarn for you that maybe you haven't tried before. This is recycled linen from Trendsetter Yarns. And this year on my website I'm going to be really focused on recycled and reclaimed fibers. And so this is going to be the first one that I work with. But anyway, so one thing that I thought was interesting about this particular yarn is that it's going to have drape. So if I just hold the ends of this, it wants to sag instead of sitting up straight like maybe a skein of mostly wool. If I hold the ends, it doesn't, I have to like push it to make it go down, right? It wants to stay up, it's more stiff. But this yarn, if I hold the ends, it wants to sag. And that's because this fiber is going to have more drape than wool. And you'll be able to see that here in a bit. I'm going to crochet a swatch and I'm going to knit a swatch. And I'll show you just a bit of my working with it, not a lot. Because I want you to see what it's like working with it, but I don't want to bore you having you watch me forever. And then we'll look at the swatches as well so you can see what that's like. This is a soft yarn. It's not fuzzy soft, but so I don't know, it's kind of a medium softness. I wouldn't say it's super coarse, but it's not super soft either. I think it could be comfortable against your skin if you wanted to wear it against your skin. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you a bit of working with it so that you can see what that's like. So this is my crochet swatch. The tag for this yarn did not have a suggested crochet hook size, so I decided to work with a size G crochet hook. That's usually around 4 1/4 to 4 1/2 millimeters. It can vary. One thing that's interesting about this yarn is that it doesn't split at all. I don't know how well I'll be able to zoom in on that before my camera wants to lose focus, but it doesn't look like your traditional plied yarn. I'm not exactly sure what the construction is, but this is not a yarn that's going to split apart as you work with it. It has a smooth texture, and as you see, color changing. I think it's likely that you would be able to use this yarn for some planned pooling if you wanted to do that. It would be interesting to try out a design using planned pooling with it and see how it worked. Okay, so that's crocheting with it, and then I have this knit swatch nearly finished that I've been doing in stockinette. Slip the first stitch. It's easy to work with and moves very smoothly on my needles. So you might wonder, why is it recycled linen instead of just plain linen? My understanding about recycled fibers is generally that the mill would have some fiber that would be considered scrap, and instead of throwing it out, they instead take that fiber and make it into a yarn that is recycled. So it's allowing them to use fiber that otherwise would have been waste. So that's a good thing because you're helping reduce waste by using a yarn that has a recycled or reclaimed element to it. All right, so there you go. I'm going to fasten off and bind off these swatches, and that way then we can talk about the swatches. So I'll be back in just a bit. I've completed my swatches. first my crochet swatch. Now I haven't blocked these swatches, so any irregularity in shape or curling has not been taken out. But I want to point out that just like I was showing you earlier, this yarn is going to have drape. So you can kind of see that it, you know, if I lay it over my hands, it wants to hang over my hands. And especially if you wanted to use a larger hook than I did, you'll get more drape out of it, and longer stitches also will give you more drape. So that is my crochet swatch here, and this, of course, this is single crochet stitch. And my knit swatch and stockinette stitch, again, you're going to have a fabric that wants to drape. It's hanging over my hands. It has good stretch to it. It's, both of these are smooth and soft fabrics, not fuzzy soft, but pleasant to the touch. Let's see, other things you might want to know about this yarn. The tag tells me that it is 84% recycled linen and 16% linen. So most of the linen in here is recycled, not all of it is. I'd like to thank Trendsetter Yarns for supplying the yarn for this review. And I will be using this yarn in an upcoming design. When it's finished, it will be a free crochet pattern on my website. And when it's finished, you'll be able to find the link to that free pattern in the description of this video. Also, you'll be able to find a link to my homepage where you can always find my latest, and a link to subscribe to my newsletter, which is twice monthly. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and let me know if there's a yarn that you would like to see reviewed. Thanks. Have a great day.